Does the Gospel of Thomas teach the Trinity? The Gospel of Thomas, a collection of sayings attributed to Jesus, presents a theological framework that is markedly different from the Trinitarian doctrine developed in later Christian orthodoxy. Careful examination of its sayings demonstrates that it emphasizes the distinctness of the Father, the Undivided One, from Jesus, the subordinate and derivative nature of the Son, and the role of the Spirit as emanation rather than as a separate person. In this light, Thomas offers a non-Trinitarian Christology, consistently portraying Jesus as a revealer sent by the Father, not as coequal with the Father or as part of a triune Godhead. Saying 61, Jesus and the Undivided One. In saying 61, Jesus speaks to Salome. Open quote, "Two will rest on a bed, the one will die and the other will live." Salome asked, "Who are you, man, that you have, as though from the one, have come up on my couch and eaten from my table?" Jesus replied, "I am he who exists from the Undivided One. I was given some of the things of my Father." Salome responded, "I am your disciple." Jesus said, "Therefore I say, if he is undivided, he will be filled with light, but if he is divided, he will be filled with darkness." Close quote. Here, the Undivided One clearly refers to the Father. Jesus' acknowledgement that he has been given some of the things of his Father establishes a fundamental distinction between himself and the Father. He is derived, not coequal, and his fullness is contingent on remaining unified with the Father. This directly contradicts the Trinitarian assertion of coequality and shared essence among Father, Son, and Spirit. Jesus is a subordinate revealer who participates in the light of the Father, but he is not the source of divinity itself. Saying 30, three gods versus one. Saying 30 further underscores the non-Trinitarian perspective. Open quote, Jesus said, "Where there are three gods, they are gods. Where there is two or one, I am with him." Close quote. The saying contrasts three gods with one alone, implying that God is truly singular. Thomas appears to challenge any notion of a multiplicity within the divine essence. Jesus affirms his presence with the one God, but he is not himself included as a co-equal divine person. This saying can be interpreted as a critique of Trinitarian logic, highlighting the Unitarian nature of the divine. Other sayings contradicting the Trinity. A broader survey of Thomas reveals consistent non-Trinitarian themes. 1. Saying 3. The kingdom is within you, and it is outside you. When you come to know yourselves, then you will be known, and you will realize that you are the sons of the living Father. Direct access to the Father is emphasized. No mediator of co-equal divine essence is needed. 2. Saying 13. I am not your master. Because you have drunk, you have become intoxicated from the bubbling spring which I have tended. Jesus is a revealer, not an ontologically equal deity. 3. Saying 15. When you see one who is not born of woman, prostrate yourselves and worship him. That one is your Father. Worship belongs exclusively to the Father, highlighting the Son's subordination. 4. Saying 28. I stood in the midst of the world, and I appeared to them in flesh. I found all of them drunk. I found none of them thirsty. My soul ached for the children of men. Jesus is distinct from the one who sent him, acting as messenger, not origin of life. 5. Saying 50. If they say to you, where did you come from? Say to them, we came from the light, from the place where the light came into being by itself, established itself, and appeared in their image. The Father, light, is self-existent. Jesus originates from it, emphasizing derivation rather than consubstantiality. 6. Saying 77. I am the light that is over all things. I am all. From me all came forth, and to me all attained. Split a piece of wood, I am there. Lift up the stone, and you will find me there. Jesus is the visible manifestation of the Father's light, not the Father himself. 7. Saying 79. Blessed are those who have heard the word of the Father and have truly kept it. Authority and worship are directed toward the Father alone, not Jesus. 8. Saying 99. Give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Give the deity what belongs to the deity, and give me what is mine. Jesus separates himself from the deity, demonstrating distinction and hierarchy. 9. Saying 100 to 101, my true mother gave me life. Jesus receives life from the Father, not inherently possessing it. He is derivative. 10. Saying 108, whoever drinks from my mouth will become as I am. I myself shall become that person. His nature is shareable, indicating participatory divinity, not exclusive triune substance. 11. Saying 112, woe to the flesh that depends on the soul, woe to the soul that depends on the flesh. The Father, Son, and creation follow hierarchical, not co-equal relationships. Analysis and implications. Across these sayings, several themes emerge. One source, the Father, the Undivided One, is self-existent, absolute, and unshared in essence. Derivative Son. Jesus is a revealer and participant in the Father's light, subordinate and dependent. No co-equal Spirit. The Spirit is never presented as a distinct co-equal person. Its activity emanates from the Father. Rejection of shared divine essence. Sayings consistently depict Jesus as separate from the Father, undermining Trinitarian claims of homoousios. Thus, Thomas presents a framework in which God is unitary, Jesus is derivative, and the Spirit is emanation, forming a clearly non-Trinitarian theology. Conclusion. The Gospel of Thomas consistently teaches a non-Trinitarian understanding of God and Jesus. Jesus is never portrayed as co-equal with the Father or as sharing a single divine substance with a triune Godhead. Instead, he is presented as sent from the Undivided One, derivative and subordinate, offering revelation and transformative guidance. The Father alone is unbegotten, the source of life, and worthy of worship, while the Spirit or light functions as an emanation, not as a distinct person. Sayings such as 61, 30, 3, 13, 15, 28, 50, 77, 79, 99, 100 to 101, 108, and 112 collectively demonstrate that the Gospel of Thomas aligns with early Unitarian perspectives and explicitly or implicitly refutes the Trinitarian doctrine. Any interpretation claiming Thomas teaches the Trinity is inconsistent with the text. The sayings uphold a theology in which the Father is supreme, Jesus is derivative, and unity with the Father brings light, while division results in darkness. The Gospel of Thomas, therefore, provides clear evidence that early Christian thought included non-Trinitarian streams, emphasizing the distinction between the Father and the Son and rejecting the concept of a co-equal triune God.